Welcome to another video. In this video I will teach you about curl of function. Before I will explain about the curl of the function, first you should know about the cross multiplication of the two vectors. Suppose f1 is first vector and f2 is second vector. Suppose f1 is written as x1i plus y1j plus z1k, and f2 is written as cross x2i plus y2j plus z2k. So cross multiplication of the two vector is written as equal to determinant of I, j, k and x1, y1, z1 and x2, y2, z2. So this is the cross multiplication of the two vectors. If you expand the determinant, you will get the values of the cross product. So you can write this determinant in this form: I is a vector, j is a vector and k is vector. So factor of vector I is, multiply this with this, so y1 z2 minus z1 y2 I plus for vector j, first multiply this two amount, means x2 z1 minus x1 z2 j, and third one is for vector k, x1 y2 x1 y2 minus y1 x2 k. So this is the cross product of two vector. In GATE exam you will get questions about finding the values of curl of vectors. So what you require to do is, you require to put here del by del x, del by del y and del by del z, and do actually you require to do actual multiplication of the factors like this, and you are required to find out the vectors, then only you will get the answer. Suppose f is function field in field vector, and you want to multiply it with del. Del means del is a vector, del by del x I, del by del y j and del by del z k. You want to multiply del with f. You can multiply in two form, either you del dot product with f or del cross with f, cross product of del with f. This I have already explained. This is called div of f. Dot product means div of f, and here if you multiply del with f with cross product, in a cross product it will call curl of function. So curl of any function is nothing but the cross product of del with f, and I have already explained how to do the cross product. So you will get the values of f and del. You already know this is, you just require to find out the values of the cross product in determinant form. Suppose f is written as like this. F is equal to f I plus phi j plus theta k, where f is function of x, y, z, phi is another function of x, y, z, and theta is another function of x, y, z, and del you already know, del is this. So curl of f is del cross f. That means del is del y del x I del y j del y del z k cross with this function. So I have already explained how to do the cross. So this is the determinant values. You first put I, j, k, and then del y del x, del y del y, del y del z, and for f is f, phi, and theta. So put here f, phi, and theta, and expand it. You will get the curl of f. That means for the factor of I, this you require to differentiate theta with respect to I minus del phi by del z. That means equal the del theta by del y minus del phi by del z I plus similarly for j del f by del z minus del theta by del x j, and plus for k del phi by del x minus del f by del y k. So in GATE exam similar type of question will be asked. You are required to expand like this and get the answer. What exactly the physical meaning of curl? Suppose this is a particle which is having a velocity v. V is a vector quantity, and this is a position vector of that vector. This is r position vector and velocity v, and omega is the rotational speed of that point. So suppose this is omega is the rotational speed. Omega is also a vector quantity. It is rotating about the origin. So from the formula you know that v is equal to omega cross r. If you find out the curl of v, you will get twice of omega. So omega is rotational is equal to half of curl of v. That means you first require curl of v and divide it by 2. You will get the angular speed of that point. This is the physical representation of curl of v. That means you just find out the curl of vector v and divide it by 2. You will get angular speed of that point. Here is the example. Suppose v is a function of x, y, z and it is a vector quantity and it is represented as this. So you want to find out the curl of v. So to find out the curl of v, you do following things. Find out the determinant values, where first row is I, j, k, second row is del by del x, del by del y, del by del z, and third row is coefficient of I, j and k. And find out the determinant value, you will get the curl of v. So here is the answer. To find out the determinant value, you differentiate third function with respect to y, you will get 15x cube y squared z cube, minus differentiate this with respect to z here, and for j first differentiate this function with respect to z and differentiate this third function with respect to x, and for k differentiate this function, first differentiate this function with respect to x minus differentiate this function with respect to y. So this is the vector quantity of curl v. Suppose you want to find out the rotational speed of the point, for which v is represented like this. At point suppose 110, you want to find out the omega, means rotational speed. So what you require to do is find out the curl of v at that point and divide it by 2. So curl of v is this. If you put 110 in this, you will get 3j. So this is the curl of v. So omega is equal to half of curl of v, means half of 3j. That means omega will be equal to 1.5j. This is a vector quantity, omega is vector and it is represented by 1.5j at point 110. So you must remember this curl of v, how to find out the curl of v and how to find out the angular velocity omega. To find out the angular velocity, you just divide curl of v with 2.